season, Week 17 is underway.
I can't find any that are 1 year. Because I have a kid.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson on first down. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, let's go. Mike 59. Mike 59. Hey, that's scared. That's scared. Check nickel.
That's 2 years.
Kill.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts some
pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Khalil Mack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson now down around his goal line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
What?
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. If they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. First down, a run with Cohen. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trubisky will throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Oh, man, being fucking stupid.
It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly to fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The throw over the middle, taken in, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the Eagles out in front early. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9". Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Jackson. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now for Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On third down, Jackson. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A.J. Green, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point try by Bailey. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now Trubisky on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
On third down, Trubisky. And he'll be out of bounds.
What kind of trash-ass fucking pass was that?
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Not here. Mike, check, 59. I got him.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Green. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. This quarterback now getting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On 2nd and 9, Jackson setting up the screen for Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Cook, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check, 59. So we got man. 59,
now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Wilson snags it left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he completes it to Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. From the gun on third down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Butler. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. Came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Oh, get the fuck out.
Into the end zone, touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep down Trubisky. Lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession 2 yards
Bro, I
away
pressed
from
slide.
midfield.
Yeah, I just pressed slide with my quarterback where he's supposed to fucking take a knee.
That's what you tell your quarterback.
And he dove forward, and as he dove, he fumbled and gave it right to the other fucking team. Which is my 3rd fumble this game.
Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5.
And Khalil Mack, the best rusher in the game, is being outplayed by
open man is Thielen. It's complete.
Fucking tight end.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23
I literally
seconds
just watched him get fucking pass stuffed by a tight end.
17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Sometimes this game is utterly
When you run
fucking
a screen
stupid.
pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out.
Jump! You half a fucking retard!
Thielen, as the first half is winding down, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially when
I'm too fucking tired for this bullshit, dude.
He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Well, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bailey now to kick it away.
And I'm getting my fucking ass whipped off 3 fumbles and my defense playing fucking retarded.
The offense now at the
Legit,
line,
his corners come in untouched, even though I match protect. But I can't get any pressure with Khalil fucking Mack. I fumbled 3 times. He has yet to fumble.
But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics
shit's
are.
on my fucking nerves.
You run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass.
Oh, and then I have Eddie Jackson, who's the best safety in the fucking game, just standing there watching his wide receiver catch passes. Not even making a play on the goddamn ball.
Number 3. The final final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us. As
Shit's
the second
absolutely
half of
fucking
Week 17 is underway.
Let's go, let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And this is
can I get some blocking? Just some. Not much. Just a little bit.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd
I can't break blocks with Khalil Mack, but Aaron Kendricks just busted through and caused me to lose 2 fucking yards. Yeah, this is going well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
That's a no-no.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Stephen Weatherly just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get 18, but even
Destiny?
that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
I do not miss that game.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jackson. Green with a catch left side. And he's taken down inside the 30.
His running back just picked up 2 fucking blitzers at the same time.
On 1st down, Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
I just want to get a rush on one play. I'll be happy. Just one. Just let this fucking D-line do what it does once. Oh, it ain't going to be this way.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
This is a fucking
Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Because he's out of medicine. Yeah.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, lay down. It's time to go to bed anyway. And I can't. Someone stole his medicine. Like 60 fucking pills. And since it's a narcotic, I can't just go out and get more. Fucking hydrozine or something like that. Concerta.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again.
Dallas, I fucking said go to sleep.
His 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about
things
they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offense.
Close the door.
Down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Hassan Reddick make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
It's upon now. 18. You draw forfeit. Alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. On 2nd and a couple. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 3rd down, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it.
Don't touch her again.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
You hurt her.
Short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check 37. Check 37.
Jackson now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. So the Vikings.
I'm seriously about to fuck you up, boy.
And let's
Hurry
see what they
up.
come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain. Stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Akeem Butler there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting it 60%.
If you don't go to bed, you're going.
6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's our field.